Well, we know that when you ask a husband and wife separately about questions about whether there's an asset in the household, who owns that asset, and also who makes decisions about it or other things in the household, there's often really conflicting reports. So, for instance, some work shows that 24% of couples disagree on whether there's even a fridge in the household, which is something that we might think is quite an objective measure. This now to agricultural plots and trying to understand, is there disagreement there? Before, I had anticipated there would be some disagreement, right? They might disagree about the boundary or the size of the plots. But what I found surprising in particular was there was disagreement about the number of plots, right? It's not even, can we go to this plot and can you show me the boundary and walk around it? It's, we didn't even know that there would be a plot here and a plot over here, and the spouses wouldn't even agree that both of those plots were maintained within their household.
So how do you know that you are accurately measuring the impact of a project? If you are asking the wrong person and they're giving you misinformation, then you really can't say like, yes, my product did X, Y, or Z, or it didn't do X, Y, and Z. Additionally, we collect these large, nationwide, continent-wide surveys like the LSMS, and we go and we ask like, who makes decisions about this plot? Then we get information about the plot, and then we base a lot of data and a lot of information on these surveys. LSMS is very popular, people use it all the time, and if it's based on data that's maybe not correct, or maybe it's based on data that is more male-oriented because the men are more likely to answer the question, then you're kind of missing out on female farmers, or you're missing important data that might be correct. For us, we really need to both the household survey measurement of self-reports, as well as this kind of more objective measure of this GPS information. You only need the self-reported measurement. Household survey is great, but if you want some sort of objective measure that you can measure from space with satellite or remote sensing, then you'd want to make sure that you can collect both outcomes.
If we want to consider the impact of any program or intervention that we hope has the correct result we want, we're using these outcomes in order to estimate those treatment effects. And if there's measurement error in these treatment effects that is systematic in some way, likely we aren't getting the correct estimate and it's biased in some way, which could in the end lead us to come to the wrong conclusions about the effect that these treatments and interventions are having. We hope that maybe by understanding this measurement error, we can understand what it says about couple dynamics. So perhaps there's something specific about couples that disagree on these measures that tells us something about the couple dynamic, the household bargaining power, that we might not be able to uncover with other survey questions about bargaining power specifically.